Jamie was paid $6,280 last month. If she puts away $500 in savings, what percent of her monthly income is she saving? If she wants to save 25% of her income, how much is she saving? Before we can solve this problem, let's do a little bit of review. So for this problem, we need to understand a few things. We need to understand fraction to division, fraction to decimal, and vice versa. And then we also need to know our formula for percentages. And the third piece we need to know is what percentages are. This might be a review for you, or it might be something you're legitimately struggling on, but these are the three things we need to know in order to solve this problem. So let's start off first with fraction to decimal. So let's say I have the fraction 7/9. And let's say I want to get that into a decimal form. Anytime you see a fraction, think division. So really, you'll have to do long division here. So you'll have 7 divided by 9. You can use a calculator. I'll just go ahead and do this division. 9 doesn't go into 7, so recall that you will have a decimal point, add a 0, so now 9 is going into 70 instead, and that will go into 70 7 times 63, so 70 minus 63 leaves you with 7, and so you're left with the same sort of problem here because you're gonna keep going 7 7 7. So I'm gonna round this to 2 decimal places, so we can say 7/9 is approximately 0.77, right? Because if I do this again, that'll become 70, and then 9 into 70 again will be 63, or sorry, 7. 7 times 9 is 63. So you'll keep getting that 7 back. So you're going to have that repeating 7 there. And then what if you want to, say, convert the decimal 0.63 into a percentage? So percentages are pretty easy. If it's a decimal, multiply it by 100%. So this here is really 63%. Because what you're really saying this 100%, if you're thinking of it in terms of a fraction, well, think percent, as in per 100. Because cent, if you're thinking of cent, if it helps to think about money, you can think about that. What is 1 cent? If you're thinking about US dollar system, if you're thinking of 1 cent, that is 1 penny. And 100 pennies makes up $1. So if that helps thinking, gist of what a percentage is, then go ahead, correlate it to anything that will help you remember what a percent is. So in this case, our 0.63 is 63%. And we can even do the same thing to this 0.77 here. If we multiply it by 100, we'll get 77%. Of course, having that percentage there helps in why we are multiplying that 100. That's just our basic percentage conversion. Now that we have that under wraps, let's talk about a formula. So anytime you are given a amount, let's say a total, and a percentage. So let's say you're given a total amount, right? I'll denote that as a capital T. And a percentage, I'll call that lowercase p. If you multiply the total by the percentage, it will give you a remaining amount. I'll call that lowercase r. Right? So total times percentage equals lowercase r. And let's say you're just given a decimal number or a fraction, and we can talk about that more for this problem, but say you're asked, like, what is 20% of 80, right? And this p right here, that p has to be in decimal form. So if you're, say, given a percentage, divide it by 100 to get your lowercase p. So if you want 20% of 80, 80 is your total. So you have 80 times 20%. If I go ahead and divide that by 100, and we'll say 100%, so 20 divided by 100, then you're just going to get 0.2. And that will equal your r. Because remember, any decimal is related to a fraction. So if you wanted to, you could even multiply 80 by 20 over 100 or 2 over 10. And in any case there, either way works. So now if we go ahead and multiply 80 by 0.2, should get 16 here. And any sort of scientific or arithmetic-based calculator should be able to do that. So yeah, 80 times 0.2. That'll give you your 16. And even some calculators also have a percentage to decimal sort of mode. But the conversion's easy enough that you can do that manually. Okay, so now let's go on to our main problem here. So I'm just gonna turn this here. Okay, so Jamie was paid $6,280 last month. So the $6,280, we'll say that's our total, so capital T. For A, it says if she puts away 500 in savings, so I'll denote A, $500 in savings. So R equals 500, and we are looking for capital P. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we'll have 6,280 times, we can go ahead and put this already in, because if lowercase p is our percentage over 100, then our uppercase p is going to be our decimal times our 100. So we can go ahead and say p divided by 100, right? Because we said our lowercase p is our percentage divided by 100 is equal to 500. So this is what we have. If we go ahead, 6,280 times 1 over 100, so this is going to knock this to 62.8. P, capital P, is equal to 500. Now if I want to isolate P, then I can divide over the 62.8. And if I do that, I get that my percentage, 7 point, I'll do it to 2 decimal places, 96%. And this array has the percent. So that's one way you can array substitute in capital P. If not, then you are really just looking at 6,280 times lowercase p is equal to 500. And then you also have to do that conversion here, where you'll divide this number over, and then you're going to have to go ahead and to multiply the resulting number, so what your lowercase p equals, by 100 to get our percentage. So the answer to this one here, 7.96%. And then last but not least, it says if she wants to save 25% of her income, how much is she saving? So let's think of B here. So it says, so our uppercase P is 25%, and we want to know, right? So for B, our uppercase P is 25%, lowercase r, that's what we want to find. So our total, 6,280. And then recall, because in the formula it's lowercase p, which is our decimal, not a percentage. So we can say 25 divided by 100, and by the way, 25 divided by 100 is also 1/4. Or 0.25 is equal to r. So yeah, you can either keep it a fraction as 1/4 or keep it 0.25. Anything divided by 100 makes it easy. You just move the decimal place 2 places to the left. And then now we'll have 6,280 times 0.25. And that is 1,570, and I'll keep it, and that's dollars. Use the right units. There we go. $1,570 is our remaining amount here, and I'll write that here. Okay, so what did we learn? In this video, you learned how to convert fractions to decimals, how to convert decimals into percentages, a little review on what a percentage is, and then solving a word problem containing percentages. I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.